Google had their AI event just a few days ago, and this is going to be the never-ending cycle. This is going to continue to be the cycle for the next, I don't know, probably 5-ish plus years, okay? The never-ending update cycle. Every few months for the inevitable future, Google's going to update Gemini, OpenAI is going to update GPT, Cloud updates its capabilities, DeepSeek drops a new model, Microsoft will then give us Copilot that has something new. That'll get an update. Then Google will update Gemini, then ChatGPT gets an even faster model. Apple might eventually try to do something, but I doubt it. Then another GPT update, Gemini update, DeepSeek update. It's going to be a never-ending loop of big tech telling us that their latest and greatest AI model that's available today for you to start using is the best of the best. And then not a mere 24 to 72 hours later, one of their competition, someone else, another model, another company, Meta, Google, Facebook, Microsoft, Apple, back and forth, OpenAI. Here we go. Now DeepSeek's a contender. Thanks a lot, China. Every single time. It's going to be, here's our new model. Here's examples of what it can do. It's 10 times faster than before. It does this better than before. It's better than before. Here's our Pro plan. It's $20 a month. Get it today. Here's our Ultra plan. It's $200 a month. They all have Pro and Ultra plans that for some reason only have a $20 and a $200 model. There's no in between.
What are we doing?
And it'll continue to be this way for years, right? And that's going to be the AIification of our lives. Everything is going to be AI, right? So naturally, Google had their I.O. event, okay? Or should we say their AI event? I don't know why they just don't call it Google AI, but we still call it Google I.O., and it's their AI event. And so they announced that this all-new version of Gemini will make your wildest dreams come true. We've got live translation on Meet calls now, so you can have a Google Meet call with anyone, anywhere in the world, and it'll just translate your voice back and forth.
What are we doing?
Live in person, you know what I mean? And so we also have AI shopping now. AI shopping is going to be a thing. This should have been a thing years ago, and we inevitably saw this coming. Here's MKBHD talking about it.
Actually try on clothes.
Listen to this.
Using AI. Google just announced this feature and added it to their labs today. But basically, as long as you have a full body picture of yourself with a pretty simple background, and then you go into Google Shopping and try on the clothes, it will AI generate a photo of you with that clothing hopefully fitting accurately.
There it
Seems
is.
like one of those features we all saw coming from a mile away, but now it's real. And it has some obvious upside. You want to see how the clothes are supposed to fit you before you actually buy them. It also has some obvious downsides, which is you should only use photos of yourself, but you don't have to. But yeah, I was able to just punch in kind of any one of these garments of clothing in the try-on section, and it worked. And it happily generated a photo of me in a dress. I guess we're going to keep barreling towards this whole AI future, huh?
All right, there you have it.
What are we doing?
And that's what we're doing, right? That's what we're doing over at Google with their AI. And to be honest with you, by the way, gross. Terrible take by MKBHD, okay? The fact that he thinks what? That like the weirdos out there are just going to upload pictures of Sabrina Carpenter and AI generate her wearing like see-through sexy lingerie.
What are we doing?
Is that what you think's going to happen, Marquez? Because first of all, gross. Like I don't think this will ever be used in a harmful way. Okay. It's going to be strictly used for people putting regular clothing on themselves and no one else ever, okay? It's not going to get weird. We're not going to generate images of Taylor Swift wearing whatever we want her to wear. It's going to be for us, the consumer, people like me and you. If I need a new t-shirt, guess what? I'll try it on with Google Shopping AI. Other than that, I don't think, hey, terrible take, 100% disagree. MKBHD, shame on you for thinking of that way, the American people, in a negative light. Because let's be honest, it's never going to happen.
What are we doing?
I just don't think it'll happen. I don't think anyone will ever abuse the fact that you can upload a picture of anyone you want on Google's new shopping platform, put them in a dress, put them in a miniskirt, or potentially you know, some sexy lingerie, okay? Because I want to know what I look like in sexy lingerie. Maybe I want to transition.
What are we doing?
But of course, the biggest announcement from this Google event that everyone's kind of talking about is VO3 and Google Flow, aka Google's new AI video generation model. So from any type of text that you can think of, from a Steven Spielberg movie to a cartoon to an animation, you can now type and it will generate the video. But wait, there's more. It can give you voices and background music and sound effects too.
What are we doing?
Essentially, they're attempting to replace the entire film and video game industry. Do I think this will replace the entire film industry? No. Should they be worried for, say, I don't know, VO4, VO5? 100%. Do we still have a long way to go? Yes. Here are some examples of the videos generated with VO3, and then when you put it into Google Flow, it takes your VO3 generated videos and essentially gives you like an editing timeline to make a what is now short, but eventually in the future longer, AI generated movie.
What are we doing?
So here's one of the first that people did. I think it's, let's take a watch. Ready?
When we get in there, I want no bullshit. You stay on my 6 at all times. Stay sharp. These fuckers are nasty and dangerous. Stay alert. What the hell happened here? Where are the bodies?
I think this is where I lose it. When the guns start firing, I'm not convinced. Not that I know anything about guns, but like it just doesn't look real to me. So this is what we're doing. And I mean, listen, does this look like a grade A Hollywood film yet? No. But does it look like something that like I could create in 20 minutes and then submit to like Lancaster Film Festival and get a standing ovation for? Absolutely.
What are we doing?
Oh, 100%. If you are a small creator or you are just an individual trying to create some form of internet, like a movie or a series or a YouTube channel, all you got to do, $20 a month, and you get VO3, and you can make videos like this with audio and sound, and you'll get to exactly where you need to be. This would be enough. Hey, if you took this to a studio, if you went to a studio like Netflix or Paramount, and you said, I'm a filmmaker, I've been doing it for years, and you have the track record or whatever the situation is, and you want to get a movie lifted off the ground, like as a celebrity or an influencer, and you said, here's my concept piece, and showed them this, oh, the studio would be like, yeah, let's greenlight it. Here's an actual budget.
What are we doing?
I mean, we're not being fooled. This isn't a James Cameron type of situation yet, but at the end of the day, I mean, it'll get you where you need to go. If you have like a college film project, or you need a clip of whatever you need for a video that you're creating for a YouTube channel, then by God, this will get you there. This is, I mean, we are merely only 2 years from the first Will Smith eating spaghetti video. I mean, here's Google's example that they uploaded. So of course we've got plenty of 1080p goodness. Let me just set that quick here. Here's Google's rendition.
This ocean, it's a force, a wild, untamed might, and she commands your awe with every breaking light.
So I mean, yeah, it's like video games are about to be killer.
What are we doing?
Like if that's what we can get from if we can implement this into a video game like GTA 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 when we're 1,000 years old eventually, then by God, I mean, it's going. We say it every time one of these new models come out. It's getting weird, and it's going to change a lot of things. Is it there yet? No, but like what, 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10, which is better than what the brand new Snow White movie got on Rotten Tomatoes.
What are we doing?
A 7 or 8 out of 10. If someone came to me and said, "Hey, bro, I'm a filmmaker. Here, check out my short film," and this was the quality of it, I'd be like, dude, this is great. Like, I don't know anyone in Central P. I don't know any creator putting out stuff like this. So if you have the creative mindset to come up with the prompts, create the universe, create the story, because let's face it, you can't just get you're not going to be able to get a full-blown movie or short film out of this just on its own. You can't just say, make me a movie. It's not going to do that. You have to create the characters. You have to be able to write the prompts. You have to know how to use AI to continue to use these tools. And like I told my buddy, just like yesterday, a buddy of mine, he literally said, and I quote, "Levi, you're like one of the only people I know who's like heavy into this AI stuff. And like, hey man, that's a problem.
What are we doing?"
He's like, I should be using it more, but I'm not. And that means you're already falling behind. Okay, so if this is what we can generate with a $20 Google subscription, this is what boom, breaking news. Like I said, the cycle never ends. We're 24 hours off of Google I.O. Guess what? We've got a new ChatGPT update.
What are we doing?
But this time, it's not a new model. It's a $6.5 billion partnership. ChatGPT and Sam Altman are investing the majority stake in stocks. I think it's all a stock exchange, but OpenAI and Sam Altman have officially given Johnny Ive $6.5 billion for his non-existent AI tech hardware company, I.O.
What are we doing?
I know what you may be asking yourselves is, didn't Google just have their Google I.O. event? So then the day after, Sam Altman and Johnny Ive announced this new $6 billion partnership between OpenAI and ChatGPT called I.O. And so the video is titled Introducing I.O. And so it was 1,000% a play and a pull and a stronghold and an attack at Google's own SEO. And to go after Google at search engine optimization is a risky and bold move, but when you've got the balls big enough, like Sam Altman and OpenAI and ChatGPT, you go for the jugular, baby girl. And what better way to do that with the ultimate tech designer? We're talking Johnny Ive. I would have paid $10 billion for Johnny Ive, but they got him for 6.5. Even though the company and nothing exists, based on his resume alone, Johnny Ive comes with a $6.5 billion price tag, but a history of innovation. I'm talking, he created the iPod. He designed the MacBook. He designed the iPad. He designed most of the Apple products you use today. He hasn't been a part of the Apple design team for years now. He's kind of been on a 5-ish year hiatus, but now he's back and he's bringing that same expertise to OpenAI and ChatGPT to give us the official and first and hopefully successful AI hardware. Because let's face it, Apple dropped the fucking ball.
What are we doing?
There's no way in hell Apple should ever speak the term Apple Intelligence ever again. The fact that Siri to this day just doesn't work. It ceased to exist. It doesn't work. Every time you ask it a question, it says, I have no idea. It doesn't know how to do anything anymore. It doesn't recognize songs. It is the most terrible piece of tech. And the mere fact that I was sold on Apple Intelligence and convinced by Tim Cook and these people that we have trusted for years and years to buy outright in cash for $2,000 an iPhone 16 Pro an iPad with an M2 chip ready for Apple Intelligence and an M4 Mac Mini ready for Apple Intelligence too, just so I could have that ecosystem. And when Apple Intelligence fails, it'll have an automatic backup to ChatGPT. Yes, please sign me up. Shame on you. Fool me once, fool me twice. F you, Apple and Apple Intelligence.
What are we doing?
So now, with the biggest stab to Apple in their Apple Intelligence failure, we have the likelihoods of Sam Altman from OpenAI and Johnny Ive, the master of tech design, together creating the ultimate piece of hardware. It's most likely going to be a little puck with a little camera on it. You might wear it, you might not. They don't want to make a wearable. They told the Wall Street Journal. We know nothing about the product, but basically it's coming to replace the likes of the now failed Humane AI Pin and what is most likely the failed Rabbit R1. They just announced the latest software update. They finally now have memory in the R1. So needless to say, you can finally, after a year and a half of updates, use your Rabbit R1.
What are we doing?
And so no one actually cares about those products anymore because we are getting a full-fledged open AI ChatGPT driven device. And this is most likely something that I am going to purchase. I know I've said this in the past. I've been fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. I've been lied to in the past, and I've said, hey, I'm probably going to get a rabbit. Thank God I didn't. But if ChatGPT spends $6.5 billion acquiring Johnny Ive and his intelligence and his product design chops, well then by God, take my $20 a month that I'm already paying you and let's integrate it directly into this little device that is constantly listening and running my life for me because by God, ChatGPT already does. I just have to go to a website.
What are we doing?
Give it to me now. I want it now. I want it by Christmas. I need you guys to start developing this tomorrow. It shouldn't take long to integrate the cameras and everything else. I need it done immediately. And that's how quick we're moving, folks. We were just getting our rocks off being blown away by the video generation at Google I/O. And then a mere 24 hours later, we could give two shits about what Google's doing and want to give all of our money that we still have left from the economy and our profits from Bitcoin, because it's still up, baby, to Sam Altman and OpenAI and ChatGPT, because the excitement, the future of AI is exciting and it's coming. And I just, you can't, my head's going to explode with the essential announcement of Johnny Ive is back.
What are we doing?
So that's the status of where we're at in AI. And if you're not on it, get on it, because it's probably too late and you missed the boat. And if you're not on the Titanic, guess what? This one, not sinking.